today I'm doing something a little bit different because I've done something I've not done for a while, and I have bought another cheap car. And this time it's not just any old cheap car. I've gone for something a little bit sporty, a little bit more interesting, and I have bought a cheap Mini Cooper S. Now, love them or hate them, I have always wanted a Mini Cooper S because they are supposed to be really fun cars to drive when they work. And of course, when you buy a cheap Mini Cooper S, they normally come with a lot of problems, but this one seems quite good. Now, this particular Mini Cooper that I have bought is a 2007 with 104,000 honest miles on it. It has got a full service history with an invoice for the timing chain being done. It's got a clean title, and it has got the full John Cooper Works body kit. And despite it needing a bit of a clean, the bodywork is really not too bad on it whatsoever. Came with a key, unlike most of the things I buy. And it runs. Oh, at least it did run anyway, but the battery's obviously gone flat. Now, if you're familiar with this channel, you might be wondering why I am on the side of a road somewhere and not in my unit or on my driveway. And that's because this particular Mini Cooper has got a very big problem. The big problem is not that the battery's flat. That is a minor inconvenience right now. The big problem with this car is that the clutch has gone. When I went to buy this car a couple of days ago, it was cheap because I knew that the clutch was slipping. But at the time, it was running and driving. Hence, how I got it to this side street. My plan was simple: buy the car, take it for its MOT, because the MOT had expired, and then get the clutch changed. However, after buying it and driving it to the MOT centre, I broke down, or the clutch decided to give up the ghost, about half a mile from the MOT centre. In fact, the clutch actually gave out on a roundabout just off the motorway, and I had to get a friend to come out and tow me to where I am now. And because my friend towed it here, I am still 10 miles from the garage it needs to be to get the clutch changed. And I was quoted nearly £200 to get it recovered from here, just 10 miles to that garage. But I don't like recovery fees, so I've ordered a towing eye and a towing bar, and I'm going to tow it myself with the van later next week. So yes, problem number 2 with this car is it is also out of MOT as well as needing a new clutch. And problem number 3 is that the sunroof doesn't actually work. The motor just makes a bunch of noise, but I can't show you that because the battery's flat and I'm broke down on a random street where I don't have my jump pack. So I guess, as per usual, I've bought a cheap car, things are not going to plan, and the car is showing me why it was so cheap. But these were problems I was expecting to have to tackle anyway, so I just now need to do them in a different order to what I'd originally planned. But all issues aside, for a cheap Mini, that is quite a good one, at least from the exterior, because, I mean, look at it. The paint is pretty damn good. Most of them have got a lot of lack appeal and stuff at this age, but this one is really nice. And if we look under the bonnet, it is pretty damn clean in there, and everything looks good. There's no signs of oil, you know, it's not milky under the cap or anything like that. Plenty of coolant in there. The oil actually is good. I mean, for what I paid, I think I got a really good deal. The door cards are in really good condition on both sides. The chairs, alright, they need a bit of a clean, but again, no rips or tears anywhere. The massive massive speedo in here. And to be fair to this thing, while I was driving it back before the clutch finally gave out, even though it was slipping, you could still feel the power in this thing. These cars are quick. I mean, they're not mega fast, but they are pretty damn quick. I think the 0 to 60 on these standard is somewhere between like 6 and 7 seconds, depending what sort of spec you've got and things like that. But that's pretty damn fast. Or at least a lot faster than my van and my Nissan Qashqai that I tend to daily. Now, you're probably wondering why on earth I bought a car that was going to break and need a new clutch. Well, I actually paid just £700 for this entire Mini. And I had already arranged with someone before buying it to make sure I could get the clutch done at a decent price. And I can get the clutch done, including of the clutch, for less than 450 quid. And if it passes the MOT with no issues, which it shouldn't because the previous MOT was clean on this, and it was pretty much, it was kept on the road until that clutch started slipping, then I should be all in on this car somewhere about 1200 quid. And given the price on these on the second-hand market currently, for one of that year, age, condition, mileage, with the John Cooper Works kit, you're looking sort of somewhere between 2 and 2.5 grand, with, you know, obviously once it's fully MOT'd and the clutch is done. So not only will I get to enjoy this car for the rest of the summer, I might actually make a profit on it at the end too. Now you might be thinking, why have you gone and bought a car instead of more bikes? Because I make motorbike content. Well, for me, it was really simple. First of all, I've always wanted a Mini Cooper S, so this seemed like a good opportunity. But most importantly, it is summer here in the UK. We've been having some nice weather, and my missus and the kids love to go out for a drive. And I thought it'd be really nice if we could go out in something that I'm going to enjoy driving and my missus is going to enjoy driving, and we can have a bit of fun in the car on days out with the kids, instead of taking our lovely Nissan Qashqai, which is a great car, but it is not exciting to drive. Plus, I want to take my boy to car shows, I want to do a trip up to Caffeine and Machine and things like that. I don't get a lot of time to ride motorbikes because I'm always with the missus and the kids, so the car is the perfect option, hence buying a Cooper S. So the plan now is to get this car fixed and then start doing some modifications on it. Because as nice as the exhaust is, and it does sound nice when you give it a rev, I can't show you because obviously the battery's dead, but I think it could definitely do with an upgrade in there. And at the very least, I think it needs a stage 1 map, because that takes it from like 172 brake to just over 200, which I think would be a nice little bonus for that car, especially with a new clutch in there. Now, I probably won't do too much else with it because I do still need to keep room to make some money on it, because I can't just spend. I need to make some money somewhere, because obviously there's still a lot of other projects going on the channel. But all of that is going to have to wait, because I wasn't going to film any of this week. I was genuinely just having a week off. We've had amazing weather. I've not been locking myself in the workshop. I haven't been working on any bikes. I was not even going to post anything today, but obviously I had all these issues, or broke down in this car a couple of days ago, and I thought, you know what, I'll tell the story, I'll introduce the car, I'll see if anybody's actually excited for this, and I'll just put the video out so that I don't miss an upload. So I know that some of you who are on this channel for the motorbike content, this might not be the video for you, or even the series, anything else I do with this car might not be for you. It's not going to take away from the motorbike content. I'm still going to keep coming with that, but this one's a bit of a fun project for myself and something I can enjoy with my family. So this week it is just that. It is a very short video of me just talking, because like I said, I was having a week off. I've been enjoying the sunshine. I hope you've been enjoying the sunshine too. I've been taking some time off with some friends and some family. I went to Oasis gig last weekend, and if you're watching this on Sunday, then I went to Stereophonics in Cardiff last night, and if you're Welsh, then you know that's a big deal. And taking some time out is important. I've really enjoyed myself this week. I've had a nice relaxing time, ready to hit the gas again and reset for next week and get a lot of work done. So the work on this Mini, like I said, it's not being done myself. As much as I'd like to learn to do a clutch, this is definitely not the car to do it on, because apparently there's like 8 hours or 10 hours labor involved. There's a lot of stuff that has to come off just to be able to get the clutch out and replaced. So the next time we see this car, it'll be on the road and ready for some modifications. But that probably won't be for a couple of weeks or so, because next week normal business resumes and I am back in the workshop with as many bikes as I can manage to do anything with in the space of a week. So for this week, that's all. If you are actually excited about seeing how I get on with this Mini and what I'm actually going to do with it, then make sure you hit that thumbs up button and you let me know in the comments what you think, or what other modifications you think I should do with this Mini, because I'll consider pretty much any options. Or reasonable options, that is. Anyway, you got to remember, this car's still got to be family friendly. But, I mean, yeah, we can have some fun with it. And of course, if you don't want to miss what's coming with this car and all the other motorbike stuff that I got going on the channel, then make sure you hit the subscribe button. And until the next video, thank you so much for watching.